Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining these sharing sections. My name is Isaac, and I'll be talking about some safety and sustainability regulations for pet products and how SGS services can help you in different areas. Here is our agenda today. First, I will provide some statistics and figures for the global markets. Then I'll be introducing some safety regulations and sustainability trends, as well as our solutions for the industry. Now, let's start. The global market pet care e-commerce market size was estimated at US $94.9 billion in 2024. And is projected to grow at compound annual growth rate at 7.8% from 2025 to 2030. Increasing pet adoptions, rapid technological advancements, and rising access to e-commerce platforms primarily drive the market growth. Increased consumer spending on e-commerce platforms and the rise in internet users are expected to propel market growth. North America dominates the pet care e-commerce market and accounts for a market share of around 40% in 2024. The number of pet owners in North America has been steadily increasing, leading to a more extensive customer base for products and services. The pet care e-commerce market in the US is fueled by various factors. Most importantly, the growing popularity of pet ownership and the trend of humanizing pets. People are increasingly to take care of pets as their children rather than as animals. More individuals are choosing small pets for companionship. The growing trend of pet humanizations has led to pet owners' willingness to invest high-quality products, creating substantial market for products and services. In Europe, the pet market is growing significantly as pet ownership has increased in recent years, with more people choose to have pets as companions. These trends is influenced by factors such as changing lifestyles, increased awareness of animal welfare, and the benefits of having pets for mental and physical health, with Germany expected to have the most significant growth rate. In Asia Pacific, the market is expected to witness the highest compound annual growth rate during the forecast period. The popularity of cross-border e-commerce allows consumers in Asia Pacific to access international brands and products that may not be readily available in their local markets. Japan is expected to have the most significant growth in Asia. With all global markets expected to grow and the owners are humanizing their little babies, of course, they will want to find a safe and high-quality products for them. The key protection is ensuring products are safe, high quality, and conforms to relevant standards. Depending on the product, testing could be for chemical, functions, physical safety, flammability, strength and durability, stability and/or dynamic and static loading. For electronic products, testing includes electrical safety, and if they have any Wi-Fi or Bluetooth functions, their signal emissions. There are virtually no federal or state laws in US pertaining to pet products. Although they are defined as consumer goods, the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission has made it clear that it does not have the resources to regulate pet products unless a person is injured. Children's products, especially in relation to Farley and lab level, are regulated under Consumer Product Safety Improvement Act of 2008. This act does not specifically mention packed toys, but since toys for pets are often used by children, it may be advisable for manufacturers to comply with children product requirements. Suppliers operating in the European Union should ensure their products comply with local market requirements, as no community-wide specific requirement exists. The EU General Product Safety Regulation is applicable to pet products. However, the General Product Safety Regulation does not have specific requirements for pet toys. Suppliers are advised to consider relevant product requirements for human use, for example, pet toys. Since the use is similar to that for children's toys, companies would therefore turn to children's toy safety regulations for their pet products as references, especially for the German market. Also, for some EU member states like France, they require food contact products for pets to fulfill similar requirements as the product for human use. In China, they actually do have some standards that could impact pet products. For example, dog chews, they have the GB recommended standard 23185. For dog clothes, they have FZ T810813 standards. For food container, we will recommend to comply with the GB 4806 series, which is the standard for the human use. Recently, one recommended standard and one regulation proposal were released regarding to pet product safety. The first one was released in August 2024 in China related to general pet products, which aims to minimize the potential safety hazards in pet products that could pose dangers to both humans and pets. It contains physical requirements such as sharp point and sharp edge, color fastness to textile, chemical requirements such as heavy metals and phthalates, and also microbial requirements for pet cleaning products. The second regulation was proposed in January 2025. It is in New York State, which regulates toxic chemicals in pet products. Restricted substance will be referred to two lists: chemical of high concern and priority chemicals, published by the authority. These two lists cover chemical substances such as benzene, formaldehyde, phthalate, and lead. I won't go too deep into this, but you may scan these QR codes for more details. You can see that different regions are starting to implement different regulations to promote the health and safety of the pet and their owners, enhancing a safer and more reliable pet care experience. You may notice most requirements take reference from those for humans. Therefore, testing with reference to relevant human product requirements is a reasonable choice. In case you would like to have some tailor-made tests for your pet products, such as bite tests for a dog toy, you can contact us and our expert will discuss this with you in more details. After going through the regulation part, let's talk about sustainability. Every industry nowadays are looking towards a more sustainable future. The pet product industry is no different. ESG is a growing concern in different companies, especially in multinational enterprises and listed companies in stock markets. Sustainability is one of the key aspects in ESG. All the key players have been implementing different strategies to ensure a more sustainable futures, not only at a corporate level, but for their product as well. One way is to ensure use sustainable base material when making their products in order to lower the impact to the environment. It also helps to build up a good impression with customers and outperforms your competitors. Here is some common products that may use eco-friendly material. For example, pet toy, bags, collars and leashes, bowls, clothes, and pool bags. For eco-friendly material, there are some common types of material can be used. Bio-based material, recycled material, biodegradable or compostable material. Bio-based material, which commonly refers to bioplastic, are made from substance derived from living organisms. For example, ethanol can be produced from corn or sugar, and the ethanol can be used in polyethylene PE productions. It has the same physical and chemical properties as petroleum-based plastic and can be used as substitute. Some examples of bioplastic known in the market are aliphylic polyester like PLA and PHP, bio-derived polyolefin PP and PE, cellulose-based bioplastic, starch-based bioplastic. For plastic recycling, there are two types of recycling methods. One is physical or mechanical recycling, and the other one is chemical recycling. For physical recycling, plastic waste, after pre-treatment steps such as sorting and cleaning, is shed into tiny pieces and melted to regenerate plastic for use. The chemical structure is the same as the original plastic waste. That means PE waste will only produce PE plastic for use. PET is one of the most commonly recycled plastic, usually generated from plastic beverage bottle waste, and the technology is relatively more mature. For chemical recycling, the plastic waste, after the pre-treatment steps, will undergo certain process, such as pyrolysis under high temperature, to break down the polymer into different chemical substances. Those chemicals will be further separated, purified, or cracked, and can be used in the production of other types of plastic or other use. In chemical recycling, the type of plastic waste can be different from the plastic produced, and it is different from physical recycling. For biodegradable plastic, the material can be decomposed by naturally occurring microorganisms, such as bacteria, within a reasonable time. Compostable plastic degrade by biological process and leave no trace, visible, distinguishable, or toxic residue. Compostable plastic must be biodegradable, but not vice versa. It helps to reduce the environmental pollution in air and in land. Please be aware that bio-based plastic is not necessarily biodegradable or compostable. With all that said, how can you ensure your product is really eco-friendly? There is a common term called greenwashing. This occurs when an organization intentionally or unintentionally exaggerates environmental credentials to appear more environmental friendly than they are in reality, which can include misleading claims in their labeling and marketing activities. Aside from providing accurate claims, companies must also comply with actual laws such as the EU Green Claim Directive, currently under proposal. The EU has put forward a proposal for Green Claim Directive. This proposal aims to address environmental claims made by business and ensure their accuracy and transparency. The proposed Green Claims Directive aims to protect consumers and promote sustainability. It aims to provide consumers with reliable and transparent information about environmental claims. It also ensures business address and promote claims that are accurate and transparent. Regarding sustainability, it supports the EU commitment to ecological transition and the European Green Deal. The directive also encourages business to adopt sustainable practice and reduce environmental impact. There are different provisions within the proposed Green Claim Directive. The first one is notification of environmental claims. In the future, business will be required to provide evidence and verification for environmental claims they make. For example, if a product is claimed to be made of recycled material, then audit and testing report could be used as an evidence for verifications. These claims should be made based on accurate and verifiable information. Secondly, the directive requires green claim to be clear and transparent. It emphasizes that environmental claims should be clear and understandable to the public. Vague or misleading claims are discouraged. For example, claims like green product or environmental friendly product are not preferred. Finally, there will be enforcement and penalties for false or misleading claims. The directive proposed to establish penalty systems in case of infringements. Business will need to adhere to regulations or face consequences on false or misleading claims. So how does this directive benefit to everyone? First of all, customers can make their own choice based on reliable and transparent claims. This helps to protect customers from misleading green claims while promoting trust and confidence in marketplace. Secondly, business can enhance their reputations by making accurate environmental claims. They can also eliminate the rise of greenwashing through claim verifications. Lastly, for environment, negative impact will be reduced as business adopts sustainable practices. It also contributes to the EU's effort to achieve environmental and climate goals. As a leader in sustainability certification and verification schemes, we have a lineup of services that can help business avoid the greenwashing trap. Our Green Mark scheme is based on a wide range of ISO standards as listed here, and aligns with the requirements of the EU Green Claim Directive, the US Federal Trade Commissions, and the industry best practice. As you can see, these are our lineup of green marks. For the pet industry, the commonly applied schemes are bio-based, recycled content, biodegradable, and compostable, as I have mentioned during the eco-material slides. The latest one is PFAS PFAS screen. In this scheme, it indicates that the product or material meet the criteria relating to a selected list of per- and polyfluoroalkyl substance PFAS based on market concern, actual usage, and the regulatory considerations. It aligns with the trend of eliminating PFAS forever chemical from both products and packaging across many products and packaging. It applies to products such as water-resistant clothing, food contact packaging, and poop bags. Once you apply for this scheme, you will receive several items. Using the PFAS green mark as an example. First of all, you will receive the marks, which can be in two different layouts. This can be shown on the product packaging, and in promotional materials and advertising to show end users that the environmental claim is certified or verified by SGS. Once the QR code is scanned, it will provide the end users with a quick summary of the certification, the actual certificate, and a detailed listing of the substance being tested. Aside from eco claims, another way to stand out from the crowd is by using product performance marks. This mark is product-specific and employs a combination of document examination and review, performance testing, and claims verifications. Same as the green mark scheme, it also shows the claimed attributes along with the QR code, which links to the certificate, summary, and detail pages. Here is an example of the summary page for performance mark. This is a case study for a client. They apply for attributes such as tensile strength, corrosion resistance, and endurance for their niche sample. Another example is a food container for pet. They apply for attribute of dishwashing resistance, shatterproof, and leak-proof. Lastly, I would like to introduce to you a local association called Quality Pack Production, or QPP for short. We have been the secretary and operator since the start of the scheme, helping out all members on the safety aspects of their products and promoting different safety aspects for various pet supplies. Same as our green mask and performance mask scheme, their scheme masks are divided into different attributes: pet cosmetic, pet food, and pet accessories. Once you have enrolled and successfully passed all required testing, your products, packaging, and any marketing materials can be displayed the QPP logo and the QR code, which will link to the deliverables. You may scan this QR code to learn more about their services. Lastly, if you wish to learn more about other services for pet supplies, feel free to scan this code to get a copy of our brochure. That's it for my presentation. Thank you for joining today. Feel free to scan this QR code to submit any questions to me.